morning and welcome to the video. Another lockdown morning started with a solid morning routine. If you haven't checked out that video, it's up here. Always coffee and strong reds and greens to kickstart the day. So today I am in my home gym. I thought I'd bring you in here to give you a little insight into how I organize it, how I've set it up, what kind of equipment I've got. Now, in the run up to this video, I did a little bit of research on YouTube into other people's videos on home gym setups. I'm not gonna lie, this is really basic by a lot of the comparisons that I saw. There are some mega home gyms out there. To be honest, they're more like commercial gyms. This is going to be a really real video into an insight into mine. It's super basic. I've set it up and accumulated equipment over the years, but I keep it really, really minimal because I think there's a lot of advantages to that. So I've got a few ideas on how to set up a spare room, which is where my gym is. I don't have any massive garage or basement or anything like that, and what kind of things I put in here to make sure that I can get an effective workout. I hope it gives you some ideas, especially when we're all looking to work out at home a little bit more now that gyms are closed. So let me get into it and show you what I've got. First up, let me talk you through the main design of my home gym. This is a multi-purpose use room. I use it for my office and my camera equipment as well as my gym. So my biggest piece of advice, if you've got a room that you need to use for different things, is to split it up into different sections. It's great mentally and from an organizational point of view. So to the left hand side of my room, along the left wall and the back wall, is my gym area exclusively, and then on the right hand side, the right wall and then the window wall, is my desk area. They are very separated and they don't tend to merge too much, if anything at all. Let me start with the centerpiece and the biggest piece of equipment in my gym, which I had recently installed when I signed up for my triathlon. I got my bike and this turbo trainer installed in order to do some winter miles without having to head out onto the road. Turns out it's been an absolute godsend during this lockdown, to be honest, because it means that I can get some cardio in that's different from running, adding some variety in and lower impact while I'm confined to my house. So I can get in here, get a good ride on. Really easy to use. I've got it linked up to my iPad, which sits on my desk over here. It gives me all my ride stats, and I'm pretty proud of my little handlebar setup where I've mounted a tripod on there to watch Netflix because it holds my phone, and that keeps me going throughout some very, very sweaty sessions. I'll either do a long ride or some intervals, or sometimes I'll just take it easy as a little recovery ride. So if you're looking to get some cardio equipment into your home gym and you've already got a bike, a turbo trainer is a really, really good idea and quite a quick and easy way to set things up. Now that I've talked about that, let me get into the rest of my gear. Over on this side of the room is all of my strength and conditioning pieces. Really, really minimalistic. I haven't got any majorly heavy weights, but trust me, you can get a really good workout in. So I've got two kettlebells, a 12K and an 8K. I've got a set of dumbbells that are 5K. And just behind me here, you can see my plates that I've got to load up onto my barbell. I'll show you where I stash that away in a minute. Other than that, I've got a skipping rope on the table there, and I've got my sort of mobility and flexibility stuff. I've got this foam roller and a trigger point ball, which I must say I've used a lot during this lockdown. I've really been working on my mobility and flexibility, especially after running, so I'm pretty pleased with myself for that. So let's be real, you cannot have a room this tidy without some kind of secret stash spot. So behind this door, I keep some really essential items as well, and I do have a slight crossover of equipment behind here. I keep a lot of my camera stuff that needs to stand in a corner, as well as the main piece in terms of my strength and conditioning, which is my barbell. So behind the door, here we have a little stash. So this is my barbell. I have a 15K barbell. It's old, I've had it absolutely years. It was pretty cheap to start with, but it does the job and it has seen many a workout. I use these plastic collars on it instead of the metal collars because they're really easy to clip shut. I hate the metal ones. And that's pretty much it. I load it up with those plates that I have on my table over there. Do basic things. I do compound lifts like squats, deadlifts, overhead presses, etc. I find it really useful to have a barbell in the house, and I just stash it in an upright position because it stores away nicely. And on the back of the door, I have a little organisation system here where I keep all my hats because my hair is getting terrible from this lockdown. So I've got my running hats, my more casual hats, and I've got a couple of other bits like my running head torch, some exercise bands and a wrist strap for when I'm lifting. So just keeping all my accessories back there. There you have it. That's my home gym. As I said at the beginning, it's really, really simple. I haven't got much equipment in here, but I think that plays an advantage because you don't get confused with how much stuff you've got. You can just keep your workouts really simple and really effective. Storage systems like this one on the back of the door are great because if you can keep things that are easy to grab, you're more likely to use them. If they're all stashed away and you can't see them and everything's a mess, you're unlikely to use them. A couple of other things I love about this room is that I've personalized it with some nice pictures on the wall and inspirational things such as my medals from running races, and those photos are kind of my wow photos from my big travel adventures, and especially when I'm sitting on the turbo and things like that, or resting between sets, I get a really nice sense of inspiration in here. So if you can put a few personal touches into the area that you work in that will inspire you and help you keep focused to work out, I would highly recommend it. Personally, I don't have a sound system in here. I use my headphones when I'm working out because I find that keeps me focused as much as possible because I can't hear anything else and it keeps me kind of isolated in my own space. Focus when you're working out at home is probably the hardest thing. So whatever you need to do, make a few tweaks and make it work for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to stay tuned to my future videos. And maybe I'll do one on the other side of my room next time so you can see my office and camera setup. Look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's video. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you then.